Hello everyone, welcome to the Stoicism and Spirituality channel. In today's video, we'll talk about something very profound, yet something that can transform the way we live our lives, virtue in Stoicism. We will understand what it means to be virtuous in the context of Stoicism, and why this practice can be one of the keys to a more peaceful, balanced, and, most importantly, more meaningful life. Have you ever stopped to think about what it really means to be a virtuous person? What if I told you that true happiness doesn't depend on external circumstances, but on the virtues we cultivate within ourselves? Let's discover that today. The Stoics believed that the world is governed by natural laws, and that our happiness doesn't depend on what is outside our control, but on how we respond to it. By focusing on what we can control, our attitudes, choices, and virtues, we can live according to reason and thus achieve peace of mind. Of virtue in Stoicism. What is virtue for the Stoics? For the Stoics, virtue is the only thing that is truly good. Virtue is living according to reason, which for them is the universal reason or the natural law of the cosmos. They believe that all virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, are interdependent and essential for a fulfilling life. The four main virtues in Stoicism: wisdom. Wisdom is the virtue that helps us make rational decisions, distinguish right from wrong, and understand what is truly important in our lives. Wisdom is using our reason to not be dominated by emotions like anger or fear. Courage. Courage is the willingness to face challenges and adversities with firmness. This doesn't mean the absence of fear, but the ability to act ethically and rationally, even when the situation is difficult. Justice. Justice in Stoicism goes beyond the idea of being fair to others. For the Stoics, it means acting with equity, treating everyone with dignity, and recognizing the interconnection between all human beings. Justice is living altruistically, seeking the common good. Temperance. Temperance is the ability to maintain balance and avoid excesses. It is not just about moderation in habits like eating or drinking, but about maintaining self-control and living a balanced life in all areas. Why is virtue important? Virtue is the supreme good. In Stoicism, virtue is seen as the only true good. Wealth, power, fame, all of these are considered irrelevant unless combined with virtue. True happiness, for a Stoic, doesn't come from external factors, but from the practice of virtue, what we can control and what we cannot. One of the central ideas of Stoicism is understanding that there are things within our control and things beyond it. We cannot control the actions of others, external circumstances, or even the future. What we can control, however, is our attitudes and decisions, and this is where virtue comes in. If we can cultivate Stoic virtues, we can navigate life's uncertainties with greater serenity and wisdom. Virtue and inner peace. By focusing on what we can control, our reactions and attitudes, we find true peace. This is because we are no longer at the mercy of external fluctuations. For example, if we are facing a problem at work or in our personal life, virtue teaches us to act calmly, rationally, and justly without being overtaken by anger or frustration. Practical examples of Stoic virtue in daily life wisdom. In daily life, imagine you're going through a tough situation at work. Perhaps a promotion that didn't come through or an unfair criticism. Stoic wisdom would suggest that you focus on understanding the facts and not letting yourself be carried away by emotions in the moment. Instead of reacting impulsively, reflect on the situation and learn something from it. Courage in daily life. Courage, in Stoic terms, is not limited to heroic deeds. It can simply be the courage to make tough decisions, like leaving an abusive relationship or facing a new professional challenge. Often having courage is doing what's right, even if it's uncomfortable. Justice in daily life. Being just is not just about doing good to others, but treating everyone with dignity. For example, if you're in a leadership position, applying justice would mean ensuring that everyone on your team has the same opportunities without discrimination or favoritism. Temperance in daily life. Temperance can be seen in small, everyday actions. Not overeating, not letting stress take over you, finding balance in the use of social media. Anything that involves control, balance, and moderation fits into this concept. This benefits of being virtuous resilience. The practice of virtue makes us more resilient. By being wise and courageous in the face of adversity, we develop an inner strength that helps us overcome difficulties without losing our peace of mind. Liberation from suffering. Since happiness in Stoicism doesn't depend on external circumstances, it frees us from the suffering that comes from constantly comparing ourselves to others or from frustration with things beyond our control. Continuous growth. Stoicism doesn't see virtue as a final goal, but as a journey. By cultivating virtue, we are always in a process of personal growth, striving to become better people every day. So, everyone, virtue in Stoicism is not just a distant philosophical concept, but something we can apply in our everyday lives. Wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance are virtues that, when cultivated, can help us deal with life's ups and downs in a much more balanced and serene way. I invite you to reflect on how you can incorporate these virtues into your life today. Which of these virtues do you find the hardest to practice? How can you begin to act more wisely or more courageously, for example? Thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope this video has helped you understand the value of virtue in Stoicism and how it can impact your life. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more videos on philosophy and personal development. And of course, leave a comment below telling us what you think about Stoicism or how you apply these virtues in your life. Don't forget to watch these other 2 videos and further improve your knowledge.